everybody and welcome to this week's Tune In Tuesday. Last week we started looking into some of the most spectacular species that swim and live off our coastline, the common dolphins. And this week we're going to continue on this oceanic exploration journey by looking at one of my favourite species on the whole planet that goes by the name Ceterinus maximus. But most of you are more likely to recognise this species as the gentle giant, the basking shark. The basking shark is the second largest fish on Earth and reaches an average length of 8 metres long. However, they have been found reaching lengths up to 12 metres. These sharks can be found in all of the world's temperate oceans, but despite this, very little is actually known about these unique and elusive creatures. For example, some experts suggest that these sharks can live up to 50 years, but the exact lifespan is unknown. Though basking sharks are adapted so perfectly to glide so gracefully through the water, there's something that not that many people know about that somewhat contradicts this beauty. Basking sharks absolutely stink. This is because they're coated in a layer of self-produced mucus and slime, which acts as a defence mechanism against lampreys and other parasitic organisms in the water. This slime has these chemicals in it that give off this rancid smell, but they've also been shown to give off corrosive properties which have been shown to burn through fishing nets that these animals get entangled in, which I'm sure you'll agree I think is such a useful adaptation and application of this rancid slime, particularly because of the increasing pressures of bycatch and ghost fishing gear. Arguably, one of the basking shark's most notable features is its mouth. This mouth can open up to 1 metre wide, yet these jawsome chops aren't used for biting and chewing. Basking sharks are one of 3 shark species that actually filter feed plankton out of the water, alongside the whale shark, which is actually the largest fish on Earth, and the megamouth shark, which in my opinion is one of the weirdest looking sharks. In order to sustain this impressive body size, basking sharks can filter the equivalent of an Olympic-sized swimming pool every hour. But unlike their filter feeding counterparts, basking sharks can't actually suck the water through their mouths. They just rely on whatever flows in as they swim. But this leaves me feeling slightly concerned, because does this mean that every other particle that's in the water, including microplastics, could be joining plankton on the menu? Over the last couple of weeks, we've been blessed to have witnessed the seasonal return of basking sharks to our shores. Though in March, we were also out in those very same waters trawling for microplastics, and as we predicted, we were finding them in every sample we took. Data from microplastic trawls conducted by Nuki Marine Group found that there's an average of over 3,500 microplastic particles on the North Cornish coastline per kilometre squared. Now, a basking shark can swim up to 4 kilometres per hour, which could mean that the basking sharks off our coastline could be swimming through a plastic soup of up to 15,000 microplastics per hour. So what can be done to help? Now, there are countless NGOs all over the world trying to work hard to conserve these creatures, but they're desperate for support. A great one to have a look at is the Basking Shark Project by the Sharks Trust. But as I said in my video last week, if you're looking for more hands-on conservation and want to get out in the field collecting data to help these basking sharks, then please join us on one of our AK Wildlife Cruises plastic trawls out of Falmouth this year. All of the details that you need are on the events tab on the Beach Guardian Facebook page. So as always, thank you so much for watching this week's Tune In Tuesday. Any comments, any questions, please put them below. If you liked the video, give it a like or a share, and I'll see you next week for next week's episode.